Boom, and just like that, the First Edition Mandalorian and his years at the top spot of the most valuable Black Series list is in serious jeopardy. You might even say he's no longer captain. Nah, it's an analogy with like a boat. You get it? They will get it. Now, don't get me wrong. The First Edition Mandalorian is still stupid expensive, but there have been some major changes to the top 5 most valuable Black Series figures, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this Mandalorian figure is no longer number 1. In fact, number 1 might shock you because it is not a character type you'd expect, it's not the type of figure you'd expect, and it's not exclusive in any way. And if you want to find out who that is, you're gonna have to watch, because this is the top 10 most valuable Black Series figures 2023 update. What's up, everybody? My name's Matt, often called Big Nerdy. Together we are the NWO, the Nerd World Order, and this is Nerdzoic. If this is our first time meeting, let me just say hello there. On this channel, we cover all the plastic crack from both yesterday as well as today, and then the franchises and fandoms that they're based on. In this video, we're talking about value of figures, and this is often a hot topic. Now, first of all, here's how we calculate value. Boom, eBay completed sold listings, thanks to Action Figure 411. There's a lot of people who say or feel that tracking value in any way, oh, that makes you a scalper. That's stupid, that's not it. Unless you're buying out stores right before Christmas and jacking up the price 500%, you're not a scalper.
La 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 ka-ching.
Yeah, there's some other examples of scalpers, but I'm trying to go quick. I will admit that I'm a little bit crazy with these numbers. Like, I really enjoy looking at them, seeing what's gonna go up, what's down. I don't know why I can't apply this to the stock market. I'd be rich if I could. But yeah, I'm like the Rain Man of toys. Instead of saying 54 matches on the floor, I'm gonna be like 36% increase, 36.7. This video has a lot of history to it. First off, this is the 3rd edition. The 1st edition was my breakout video, so to speak. In the end, though, these videos are like a love letter to my years studying the Toy Fair price guides each month like an idiot. Now, real quick, the rules on these type of videos is that we don't look just at dollars, we look at percent growth. That way we can compare ships to regular figures to exclusives to everything. But then again, exclusives aren't in here. I exclude them from the top 10 because, let's face it, they'd be all over it. That said, I do have all the exclusives that would be in the top 10, so let's talk about them. First off, we have the 2019 SDCC Boba Fett exclusive that's on a vintage card and based on the original color scheme. Had this been on the list, it would be somewhere in the top 3. It's currently going for $158, which is a 533% increase. Also omitted but never forgotten is the Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot figure from the 2017 celebration, which this was exclusive to. I love this figure, probably the most I ever paid for a single figure. Yes, it is. And if I left it in the list, it would be inside the top 5, being worth $129, which is a 417% increase. And who can forget the 2013 SDCC exclusive Boba Fett and Han and Carbonite? Once a grail of mine, now in my possession. This would have been in the back half of the top 10 if it was included. Currently, it's going for $185, which is a 312% increase over the initial release. And the last exclusive that needs mentioning is the Grand Admiral Thrawn 2017 SDCC exclusive, which is now my current grail. If this was included, it would be right at number 10. It's currently going for $181, which is a 263% jump. Now, I do have 2 non-exclusive honorable mentions, and the reason I'm doing these is because they are like flying up the list. First off is the Bad Batch Crosshair. He's currently going for $72, which is a 215% increase. The reason being the first batch seems to have been short printed, and of course they canceled the re-release. With season 2 on the way, you gotta think a season 2 version is probably coming soon. But unless he rejoins the Bad Batch, it's not a Bad Batch Crosshair, so not sure what they're going for here. Then there's the Bad Batch Hunter, who is currently going for about $64, which is a 176% increase. Just like Crosshair, he was canceled. For what reason, we don't totally know, but we should get another one of him in the Bad Batch Season 2 outfit. Again, we don't know why this run was canceled. My only guess can be is that they didn't want to have to release plastic packaging figures because it would make them look bad. I don't know, that's my guess. What I don't have a guess on is, why the hell is Hunter not in the vintage collection? That makes 0 sense to me. Alright, let's get into the top 10. Coming in at number 10 is Dr. Aphra. She came out in 2019. She's currently going for $71, which is a 254% increase. Aphra was an archaeologist recruited by Darth Vader after the Battle of Yavin. She fulfilled many missions for Vader with her droid companions before falling out of his favor, as many are prone to do. The original release of this seems to be like some kind of a lost wave, as it came and went really fast along with her droid companions and a couple other other figures. She is getting a publishing version released this spring, which is slightly different, so the price drop that we see here, because she was actually number 2 last year, makes sense. However, historically, price drops in Black Series re-releases are temporary and they eventually rebound, but we'll see next year if I'm right on that. Last year, the number 10 spot was occupied by none other than Clone Commander Obi-Wan, who is outside the top 10 this year. Coming in at number 9 is Slave Leia. What's that? Oh, we can't say that? Coming in at number 9 is Hutt Slayer Leia. Released in 2013, she's currently going for about $72, which is a 259% increase. This is obviously her Return of the Jedi look from when she kills Jabba. Yeah, she really slayed him, right? It would have been cool and made a ton of sense to see this re-released as part of the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi wave. But no, because either Disney or Hasbro apparently don't do skin anymore. And if it's just that they don't like the word slave, you already changed the name. I don't know, I think this is stupid. How come we can have orange half-naked Tigra, but we can't have Slave Leia? Hutt Slayer Leia. So with that said, it's very likely that we never get this released again, which sucks because it's kind of a crappy figure. Like, the face sculpt is awful. I mean, you might be able to kit bash at some and put like a more recent Leia, but I don't know if any of them even have the correct hair, so yeah, this is what we call a bummer. Ironically, she's actually lower on the list this year. Last year, she was all the way up at number 6, so I don't know what that's about, but you know, I expect her to get back up there again soon. Last year, number 9 was occupied by the red box Captain Rex that was supposed to be re-released, but wasn't, so I guess you can guess what happened to that figure. Coming in at number 8 was Clone Commander Fox, who came out in 2019 and was a GameStop exclusive. He's currently going for $73, which is a 266% increase. Now you might be asking, hey, who's Commander Fox? Well, it's not the Fox from Star Fox, and it's also not comedian Red Fox.
Red Fox standing by!
Oh, this is the big one, Elizabeth! No, he was a leader of the Coruscant Guard and a peacekeeper on the capital planet. He was an exclusive clone commander, so that makes sense. That's a recipe for high value, and I could honestly see a re-release within the next year or so, because we did just pass 20 years of Clone Wars, but hey, who knows? Last year, Fox wasn't even on the list, and the number 8 spot went to Cara Dune. More on her soon. In fact, very soon. Coming in at number 7 is Cara Dune. She came out in 2019 and is currently going for $75, which is a 276% increase. Dune was a rebel shock trooper from Alderaan, and she becomes a close friend to Mando, as well as the Marshal of Nagaro, Apollo Creed. Now, for those of you who don't remember, when Gina Carano was let go from Disney, Hasbro made the announcement that there would be no more figures of her, which, no matter what you think of that, makes no sense. These are figures of Cara Dune, not Gina Carano. I don't know if she's getting royalties for it, maybe that's the reason they did it, and if so, like, you would think that there's a contract in there that says, hey, if we fire you, you don't get royalties if it's for certain reasons, but I just don't get it. Like, there's no reason to pretend the character doesn't exist because of what's going on with the actress, but I digress. Last year, this spot belonged to none other than 𝐒𝐿. Coming in at number 6 is Captain Rex, and this is the 2017 HasCon version. This wasn't exclusive, but it was pretty widely available, so we included it. This originally went for $25, now it's going for $106, which is a 324% increase. Captain Rex is the captain, shocker, of the 501st and second in command to Anakin, and became pretty close with Ahsoka throughout the Clone Wars. He survived Order 66 as far up as Return of the Jedi, where he returns as a rebel commander. Wait, is that true? How do I not know this? We're going to talk more about Rex in a minute, so let's move along to number 5. Coming in at number 5 is 𝐶𝐿. Released in 2019 as that part of that Lost wave, he's going for $85, which is a 326% increase. 𝐶𝐿 is one of Dr. Aphra's droid companions, designed for etiquette, protocol, translation, and torture, of course. Since Dr. Aphra is getting a re-release, you would think that we might get this here soon too. I mean, it is at the very least an easy repaint, and we know how much that the mouse likes that, so seems like a great archive figure. This thing fluctuates in value a lot for whatever reason, but it hasn't gone any lower than $75 in recent years, and he was number 7 on last year's list. Coming in at number 4 is Clone Captain Rex. Released in 2018, he's currently going for $86, which is a 330% increase. So boom, Rex is a 2-timer in the top 10, and how about this? The mass release is more expensive than the exclusive. I'm not gonna lie, this figure really grinds my gears because I had sold literally over 100 of these things on a pre-sale that Hasbro launched multiple times, only to come back later and cancel. And it's, you gotta think that this is eventually gonna get an archive release. We did get a updated version based on the Bad Batch, but people weren't as enthralled with it. I know it didn't have like a shoulder pauldron if I remember correctly, but yeah, come on guys, we need this. You already canceled it once, give us the Rex. Now last Last year, this spot belonged to the Deluxe Emperor Palpatine Amazon exclusive. However, he's no longer in the top 10. Coming in at number 3 is Anakin. He was from the 2014 Wave 4, and he's currently going for $102, which is a 412% increase. Considering we saw this come out as an archive release, I doubt we're going to see it get re-released again until the Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary, where we might get it on some kind of a 20th anniversary Revenge of the Sith retro card, which would be pretty cool. Last year, this figure was on the list exactly in the same spot at number 3. So, consistency. Coming in at number 2 is the First Edition Mandalorian. Sound the alarms, he's no longer number 1. Released in 2019, he is currently going for $108, which is a 444% increase. There it is, dethroned, but by who? I do wonder if part of the reason this is dropping is the amount of min-in-box collectors leaving the series to collect something else because of the packaging change and just selling this off. But I guess we'll never know. They haven't done the First Edition concept since this wave. I do wonder if they'll ever do it again on a different run of figures. It seems like an easy way for them to make some extra money without crapping on people by releasing these same figures over and over and over again. Those who don't want it can just move along, so it makes sense to me. As I said, last year and the year before that, he was number 1. This spot last year belonged to Dr. Aphra. Alright folks, time to go to number 1. You didn't see this one coming. Coming in at number 1 is the Archive Anakin Skywalker. That is right, an archive figure made number 1, going for $116, which is a 480% increase. A human character without armor at an archive, yup, it's number 1. In fact, the archive's even more expensive than the original at this point. It's just bonkers. It does kind of make sense though when you look and say to yourself, oh my gosh, there's only 2 other Anakin figures in the entire line. Those being the Attack of the Clones and the Clone Wars Target version. So yeah, seems like a good time for a re-release, Hasbro. How about a new face, better sculpt? Let's do it. One reason that value fascinates me is that it allows me to buy low on figures I love before they jump up. Looking at my favorite figures from 2023, I would bet that most of them will be pretty expensive by 2024, so you should probably watch. And remember, you gotta get old, but you don't have to grow up. Just be cool and stay nerdy. Later.